Printing a collection list. By going to the Collections Due screen, the system will list all catalogues that you are due to try and collect back for today or a given day. Go to Drops and Collections and say Collections Due. So by default, it will show today's date, or you could change that to a different date. However, you'll need to print this list so that when you're out collecting, you can indicate which houses have returned the catalogue, which houses have read the catalogue, and which houses have placed an order. And if you're unable to collect the catalogue, you will also indicate this and make a note of when you said you return again. It might be that someone asked you to return on a different day than you indicated for the other addresses. So to print this list, simply go to Print Collection List. The system will say, is this a scheduled callback or a duplicate print list? First one obviously is going to be your scheduled callback, because the system's going to keep a track of how many times you go back to try and retrieve the catalogue. Obviously, if you need to print a copy of the list, you just say it's a duplicate list print. So we say scheduled callback. You've got the option to print all the roads on a continuous piece of paper, or you could print each road on a separate piece of paper. 9 times out of 10, I would say you'd print on continuous. We'll preview on screen. I'll just change the screen share so you can see that. So you then get a printout of all the houses that you dropped to. A little small icon picture of the catalogue, so you can quickly identify which catalogue you're trying to get back, because you may have dropped different catalogues. And the house number that you need to go back to. On Village Road, we've got 1357. So again, it's printed in the same walk order as you did with your drop list. And here you've got lines to indicate whether the catalogue was ready. So if it was ready and waiting for you, you tick it. You can then ascertain as to whether it's been read or not, and also indicate if there's an order. Obviously, if there's an order, you don't need to tick that it's been read. If the catalogue wasn't there and you put a little slip through saying you're going to try and call back on a given day, just make a note, say Friday, Saturday, or whenever you're going to call back. So you just go through the list indicating which catalogues you've got back, whether ready, whether you had to knock and ask for the catalogue, whether it's been read, or whether an order has been placed, and just indicate on that sheet. We go back to our main screen, and then there'll be another little video to explain how we translate that sheet back onto this screen here. So again, if you need to reprint that sheet for whatever reason, just say Print Collection List, because you can see here now we've got number of callbacks is 1. So if I was to say a scheduled callback, that would make it number 2, but it's not. I just want a copy of that list. So I just print duplicate list, print continuous, preview it on the screen. I'll change the screen share so you can see that. And then we get exactly the same list, so we can go through and mark that off. And we'll just go back to our dashboard screen.